Hey guys, good morning to you. I hope your Thanksgiving week is going by well so far. I got another little collectible to share with you guys. I'm going to go and we're going to switch gears a little bit. It's got nothing to do with Star Trek or the Titanic or ships or really anything like that. It's got to do with another television series though, another popular television series. I'm talking about Breaking Bad. And what I have for you today is their motorhome. When I saw this, I thought this was so cool. And if you guys are not familiar with the show Breaking Bad, this gentleman on the cover, his name is Walter White. And at the beginning of the series, he's a school teacher. He teaches chemistry in high school. And he just seems like the typical guy. Nothing seems to go his way. He's got to fight and work. It seems like extra for everything that he's got, and yet he still ends up getting screwed in the end. Nothing goes his way. He's got a second job. He works at a car wash in which he hates. Some of the meaner students see him there, and they're just tickled pink that he's washing their car. And as the series goes on, he's told that he has cancer, and it's terminal. So now he's thinking, well, geez, what am I going to do? I want to leave my family some money. I don't want to be a burden to them. So he ends up being the chemistry teacher, figures that he's going to make crystal meth. Not only is he going to make crystal meth, but he's going to make the best quality crystal meth ever. So people will absolutely want his product. And the Walter White at the beginning of the episode or the series, and the Walter White at the end of the series, pretty much two different people. But I'm not going to give it away in case you guys haven't had a chance to see the series. It's a really good series. I liked it. I enjoyed it. But this is from the series Breaking Bad, and this is the motorhome. This is a 1986 Fleetwood Bounder. I wonder how popular these got after the show. So, one of Walter White's students, his former students, Jesse Pinkman, was a self-proclaimed drug dealer, and he made meth. They end up hooking up, and Walter decides they're going to do it the smart way. They're not going to cook junk. They're going to cook the high-quality product that everybody's going to want. Well, they're not going to do it in his garage, so Walter decides that they need an area to cook the meth. So Jesse says he knows someone that's got a motorhome. So Walter goes to the bank and takes out his life savings, brings it to Jesse Pinkman, his partner, who ends up going and buying the motorhome. It's pretty funny because the motorhome ended up being stolen anyway, and the guy who sold it to him didn't even own it. But that's in a later episode. But this is the actual motorhome that they cooked their meth in. And it's pretty interesting. We can't see the other side, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to open this. But the other side would have the door for the passengers to go in. And there was an episode to see if we could see the little holes on the door where they shot through. And the other side as well would be, was it the other side that Walter would take his pants off so he wouldn't smell like a meth lab. So he would take his clothes off and go do his cooking in his underwear, much to Jesse's dismay. So this is the 1986 Fleetwood Bounder motorhome that they would cook the meth in. And because they lived in the Southwest, I think it was New Mexico they live in, there's a lot of desert, and there's a lot of, middle of nowhere kind of areas. So that's where they would go and they would cook the crystal meth. But this is a model of the motorhome. And I like little models, especially when it comes to like Star Trek and Titanic related items and ships and just interesting little collectibles from different shows and different historical objects. And when I saw this, I thought this was so cool. Because you don't see a lot of Well, I guess you do. My wife and I really enjoyed Sons of Anarchy, and I was surprised to find that they had a lot of merchandise for that show as well. So I guess no matter what the show, if it's one of your favorite shows and you want to find merchandise on it, nowadays you probably will be able to find something. So getting back to this, we got Walter White on the cover and the 86 Fleetwood Bounder. They don't put a whole lot of information about the product on. It's made from Greenlight Collectibles. It says limited edition, but there's no number that I can see on it. Is there? No. Nope. Let me show you the underneath. You see there's some writing. There's the collectible number. Okay, let me get a better shot of that for you. This one is number 04359. Let's see, is there a Breaking Bad logo? Is there a date? I see a date right there. Looks like 2015. So it looks like 2015, and if it's not, then I'll put up a correction. But that's on the front. All right, moving on to the back. You can see there's Walter White and what becomes his partner in crime, Jesse Pinkman. Jesse was a former student. Here's the barcode. You can see the link, greenlightcollectibles.com. Let's see, what do we have here? It's going to be hard to read because of the plastic with the... Yeah, there's not information on the show or about this. I was kind of hoping that it would be like a Diamond Select kind of thing where they would show some information about the item, but not in this. It's just the Greenlight Breaking Bad. And what's cool about it is because he was a chemistry teacher, all the letters from the periodic table, that's why they're in the squares with the numbers representing the element. So that's pretty cool. You see Jesse and Walter. It's funny, throughout the whole series, he always calls him Mr. White. I think once towards the end he called him Walt because he was being facetious because he was upset with him. But it was always Mr. White. And you can see the motorhome in the middle of nowhere in the desert where they would do their cooking. Number 33021 on the barcode. And limited edition. So, all in all, that's basically what this is, the motorhome. And it is pretty cool because, let's see, is there a scale? I want to say 154 scale, but I'm probably wrong, like always. What I'll do is I'll put it up on a screen. But when I saw the pictures of it on eBay, I thought it was like a Matchbox. You know, a Matchbox, I was expecting something that would have been about that big. About maybe, well, a little less than half the size of this. And when I got it in the mail, I was like, oh, I love it. It's so cool, it's bigger. Now, you know what would be really wild? Now, you know our friends over at Diamond Select, they make all these incredible items. Star Trek related, they have the Enterprise, they have the whole Starships collection. You push a button, and lights activate, and sounds. Now, how cool would it be, fellow Breaking Bad fans, if Diamond Select would come out with the motorhome, where you push the button, and it lit up, and you had actually heard sounds from the show. Maybe the bomb going off inside. Actually, I should check. If there is such a thing, I'll put it up in a description. But I don't think there is. But that, my friends, is the Greenlight Breaking Bad motorhome. Pretty basic, but if you're a fan of the show, you're going to love it. looks really cool. It's so cool. There's good detail up on top as well. See the roof vents, and I don't know what those box things are. I don't know if that's air conditioning units, or you can see the ladder on the back. And the poor thing ends up getting crushed in the episode. I think it's the final season, but it's a 1986 Fleetwood Bounder. So, I hope you enjoyed this quick little video on this little interesting goodie. And if you were curious about this, or you heard it or seen it and was wondering what it was like, what it looked like, then I hope you satisfied your curiosity. And I'll see you very shortly in another little video with some more goodies. Have a good day and happy Thanksgiving, everyone.